Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for joining us for another unboxing video. Today we're going to take a quick look at a bunch of new product we just received. We received a bunch of sayas for these Sakai Takayuki Togashi forged tall bunkas. So we will link the product to this knife as well. You can just buy it on its own. So if you already have purchased one and you want a saya, those are available on their own as well. We are super excited to introduce these Hasegawa Black Pro cutting boards. These ones are a little bit harder than the soft boards that we carry, so good for everyday prep. And if you do a little bit of rock chopping, it's gonna be a little bit friendlier for that cutting technique as well. And they just show off the food so nicely, those black boards. Can't wait to hear some feedback on these and how much you guys love them. We also received a few knives, new knives from Sakai Takayuki. We introduced the Inox range earlier this year. They are single-edged traditional Japanese knives. We have already introduced, I think, some Deba and another Yasuba and longer Yanagiba, but we just received the 165 millimeter 165 Yasuba and a 210 millimeter Yanagiba. Really awesome kind of introduction to single edge knives. So they're affordable, they're easy to maintain, and our idea is just get more people using single edge knives because they're so awesome and they sharpen up and get really sharp, and they're just nice to use overall. So Inox range from Takayuki is now up on the site. Go check it out. If you've been thinking about a single edge knife, you should try one. We also received a restock on the Takayuki 33 layer wah handles, a few different shapes. We got the steak knife back in stock. We got the 150 millimeter petty wah handle 33 layer, VG10 core, hammered finish. There's the 195 Kiritsuke Gyuto, or Kengata Gyuto, I guess they call it. Nice little shape and size, pretty popular knife. And we also got a nice little stack of the 210 millimeter Gyuto back in stock. Great starter Japanese knife or a supplement to a professional's kit. The 210 millimeter Gyuto, one of the most popular knife shapes and sizes we sell here at the shop. We also got restocked on the little 80 millimeter petty from the Western handle 33 layer. Very awesome knife for peeling fruit and doing work in the hand. New in the house is this nice little smaller veggie cleaver, or sorry, smaller chukabocho or Chinese cleaver from Hatsuokokoro. This one has a VG10 core, and it's going to be in that 140 or 150 price range. That's Canadian dollars. Nice little veggie knife. VG10 core, all stainless steel, rosewood handle. Should be a good little chopper for someone looking for a Chinese cleaver that's not huge. We got a little restock on the Masutani Santoku black handle. This one has that Damascus finish. Super popular knife here at the shop. Makes a great gift. Very sharp right out of the box. We're pretty excited. We are going to be going to visit the Masutani workshop next month. Little restock on the Hatsuokokoro Hayabusa VG5 line, which we're pretty excited about. Another affordable line of knives, all under $200. Now they have little chiseled kanji on there too, so they're even nicer now. Before it was just kind of laser engraved. But yeah, there's a little chiseled kanji, 150 millimeter petty and a 120 millimeter petty back in stock. Great little knives made in Seki, Japan. We love this line of knives. Actually, the whole range, the Hayabusa range from Hatsuokokoro is awesome. Especially the finish grind on these are a little bit convex, but they're still nice and super thin throughout. So makes for easy sharpening. And there's also always a nice amount of coarse steel exposed, and it's nice and even all throughout. So you know it's going to be easy to thin and maintain this knife. Great little workhorse knives, the VG5 Hatsuokokoro Hayabusa. So that one we just looked at was the 240 Gyuto. We also got back in stock the 165 Santoku all-purpose knife, as well as a 210 millimeter Gyuto. Nice little stack of all of these knives. So if you're looking for a workhorse knife for the summer job and you don't want to break the bank, these Western handle VG5s are awesome. Really easy to sharpen, and they have a nice little food release, and they're thin blades. We love this. We also received a little restock on the Kurosagi knives. So we received a shipment of these in last year in the summer of 2022, and they sold out pretty fast because they are so well priced for a hand forged knife. And these ones are made in Tosa. They have a Agame Super steel core. They're ground nice and thin. Got a nice little taper out of the handle and down to the tip on both the Nakiri and the Santoku we got back in stock. Really awesome knives, great cutting feel, and they are ground pretty thin behind the edge. We received a new knife shape from the Yoshikane Nashiji line. These ones are branded for our partners at Hatsuokokoro. This is an 80 millimeter petty, so great for doing jobs in the hand, prepping artichokes, turning mushrooms, all that fun stuff. This is white carbon #2 steel core with a stainless cladding, and that's a pretty fun new shape from that line of knives. We've a little restock on some Shigeki Tanaka 210 millimeter Nashiji Gyuto. These ones are super popular with our customers, really well priced. Silver 3 workhorse knives from Tanaka. There's a brand new line from Hatsuokokoro. This is the Kurokaze 210 millimeter Gyuto. Beautiful knife, man. We're really excited to have these ones in the shop. They have a nice tall heel. I think it's around 55 millimeters. Pretty thick spine coming out of the handle. They taper really nicely, and these ones are all hand forged and hand laminated by the craftsman. They come with a walnut handle. Beautiful little Karochi finished workhorse knife. This has a beautiful grind on it. Feels pretty nice behind the edge, and they should be nice and easy to work on and thin and maintain because of that really thoughtful grind. We received a restock on the Jinyo series. These ones we had in stock last year as well, and they were pretty popular. These are also Silver 3 knives, so all stainless steel. We love Silver 3 for those keen edges and stainless properties, but this line of knives is pretty rad. Super intricate Damascus work. Beautiful knives. 150 millimeter petty. It's almost like a little Gyuto. There's the 165 millimeter Santoku, or 180, sorry, and a 210 millimeter Gyuto, all-purpose chef knife. And all right, sticking with Takufu Knife Village Blacksmiths, we received a restock on one of my favorite Hanasukis. This is the SG2 150 millimeter from Yoshimi Kato. This is a beautiful little butchery knife. It's got such a nice little hammer pattern. Sanmai construction, 3 layers. Sweet butchery knife. We got a restock on some 240 millimeter EI Senko Tsuji Hikis from Yukurosaki. This one's come with a one-piece ebony handle. SG2 steel, great edge retention. Nice and thin grind behind the edge. We got some 270 millimeter Gyuto, their Kiritsuke tip on this entire line of knives. They have that cool little star pattern, star hammer pattern. These ones have that little offset spine, so it gives you a little extra height while you're chopping. So this would be a great knife for someone with big mitts who wants something that's thinly ground behind the edge for some intricate vegetable work and precision cutting. We also received a couple blades from Kurosaki as well that will be hitting our blade only site. So if you've been checking out our new website, you may have noticed there's some new features on there, some new collections. We have a blade only collection, which are going to be updating with every new knife order that we get in. We also request knives without the handle. So like I mentioned in the previous video, we've been just listening and watching trends around the knife community, and we noticed that a lot of you like to handle up your own knife, whether you're getting a handle from a maker from wherever, or maybe you're venturing into handle making on your own. We have that option now, and our collection is growing. There's a few up there right now, but we'll also be adding some EI Senko from Kurosaki to the blade only section. This is the 240 millimeter Tsujihiki meat slicer. And I think we have a 270 in here as well. Yeah, there's a 270 millimeter Gyuto. That'll be hitting the blade only section. Big knife. All right, and we received a little restock on the Hap 40 Gecko line from Kurosaki. I really love this line of knives. They have a little bit of a different grind than his Senko lines. Slightly convexed on these ones. And I also love that Hap 40 steel. It's probably my favorite powder steel. It's super hard and takes a wicked edge, and also patinas up because there is not a ton of chromium in that steel. It is also easy to sharpen as well. So one of my favorite knife steels. There's a restock on the 130 millimeter petty, or maybe that's a new product we never had. There's also 165 millimeter Nakiri back in stock, and the 240 millimeter Gyuto with that K-tip. We'll be updating the pictures. The first time we got these knives, they had teak handles, but this time we got them with their original one-piece oak handle from Kurosaki. A little restock on this 180 millimeter Santoku, the Kurochi finished Santoku from Kamoshiro. Have a couple of new knives from Onryu. We got the Maigaki finished and Kurochi finished Santoku. These are both stainless clad knives. You get the benefits of the carbon steel and cutting edge, as well as a stainless steel jacket, so easier maintenance and easy sharpening. They look like they have really nice, beautiful grinds on there as well. That should be easy to maintain and thin out when you need to. Yeah, they feel awesome. All right, and last but not least, we received a couple of beautiful knives from Nigara Hamono out of Hirosaki, another blacksmith we are going to visit next month. Pretty excited about that. So we received a couple copies of these beautiful SG2 Tushime Western handled bunka. Beautiful knife, kind of hybrid birch and acrylic, white acrylic handle. Super sweet. The star of the show today is this white #1 Mizu Honiaki forged by Go Yoshizawa. Incredible work by this blacksmith. You can see all the metal banding in this knife. It's beautiful. Also, just the fact that he has forged a white one Mizu Honiaki, which is the most difficult Honiaki to forge because of the very small window temperature window you have with the white carbon steel. And to quench it in water is a very difficult task. So absolutely stunning knife to add to our collection, into our specialty case. Also comes with a little custom handle, hybrid acrylic and ebony, I think it is. Beautiful piece overall. Can't wait for you guys to be able to check that out online. Andrew has been busy taking photos of all of this new stuff. So if you see anything on this video that you're interested in and you can't find it, or if you have any questions, just send us a message anytime. You can shoot me an email at adam@thecooksedge.com or give us a shout, 370-2470 is our number. Thanks for tuning in, and if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for your support. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. Yay!